What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. The number one secret to get your Eidl loan increase fast. It is Friday, TGIF, August the 20th, 2021. Please do me a huge favor, give this video a thumbs up, hashtag Eidl with your comments below. And don't forget, I ask that you follow me on Twitter at TrySmallBiz. The username is smallbiz, Inc. The name of the company that I formed to help grow your business, we're going to launch very, very soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to do me a huge favor. I'm going to go off on a bit of a rant because I have to. Then I'm going to follow it up with the number one secret to get your money fast in August of 2021. And it really applies to the targeted Eidl advance as well as the 24 months of working capital. And what in the world is going on with respect to loan officers at the SBA just automatically increasing your loan amounts in many cases without even telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine, whiskey on a big rock. Here we go. To say my blood was boiling about 5 minutes ago would be an understatement. Let me start by saying this. You might notice, if you've been here a while, I have not asked anyone for 6 months to subscribe to the channel. I say, thumbs up, Eidl, follow me on Twitter. I really don't care. I made a decision about 6 months ago that I'm going to be me at all times. I'm not a partisan guy. I tore Trump apart last year, and I'm going to tear fucking Biden apart right now. So if you're a partisan hack, if you're blue all the way and you can't stand, give me a fucking thumbs down, unfollow, do whatever you have to do. Because I made a decision 6 months ago. I don't give a shit about 100,000, 70,000, 60,000. Give me 1,000 people. 1,000 inclusive, loving, peaceful. You can be lost, you could be broke, you could be in need of desperate help. But you want me to help you make money, in some cases, a lot of it? You want to go on a cruise next year around the world? You want to build something special over the next 10 or 20 years, even if it doesn't mean that you and I are always going to see eye to eye, then you're in the right place. But if you think the current president of the United States, who is in obvious mental decline, whether it's dementia, Alzheimer's, or both, is telling us what we need to hear, especially in this fucking press conference I just walked, I don't know what planet you're on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm actually concerned about our sovereignty. I can see the Russians going over the border in Ukraine, and I can see the Chinese taking over Taiwan, and I can see another attack after 20 years of relative peace right here in the United States. Why? We have no leadership. I hope I get 1,000 fucking thumbs down and get unfollowed by half of my channel. I really do. I want people that can fucking speak the truth. I just watched a stuttering, stammering, slurring, couldn't forget his general's own name, couldn't remember the questions, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And we had to hear once again that we're relying on terrorists that chop off arms and abuse women and young girls. We got to rely on them to let our people through by showing a passport to get into the airport. Meanwhile, the English and the French, both badass in terms of their armed forces, they're not doing that. They told the Taliban, we're going out to get our people. And if any one of you motherfuckers so much get in our way, we're going to have a major problem. But not the United States. Not the milquetoast, woke, cancel culture, snowflake society that we're giving birth to. You know, I can't help but wonder, what would Patton do right now? What's my grandfather, rest your soul, Grandpa? And by the way, shout out to the 10th Mountain Division of Fort Drum, New York, and the United States Army. They are the main force on the ground right now at the airport in terms of security. I grew up 5 minutes from there. I have tremendous respect for the job they're being asked to do amidst what I consider to be one of the worst presidencies in the history of this fucking country. And I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but I'm saying this guy has lost his marbles, and you cannot deal with terrorists that chop people's arms off and burn them at the stake, even though they're lying through their teeth now that, oh, we're different. We're gonna start treating people right. Sure they are. Did you know that 15%, did you know that there's been a 15% drop in testosterone levels among men in the last 15 years? You can Google it. We'd rather sit on our fucking ass, collect unemployment, watch video games, and smoke the hooch then get out there and roll up our fucking sleeves. Or when a terrorist gets in the way, say, hey, motherfucker, unless you let us go over there and get our allies, the Afghans, the girls, the troops, anyone who wants to go over here with us, if we don't get clear passage, I'm taking your ass out. But no, we've got to take sensitivity classes, and we've got to be woke, and we've got to be kowtowing to a fucking terrorist? I don't think so. So ladies and gentlemen, let's just get this clear and then I'll get on to the business of the day. I really don't care how many followers I have, subscribers on YouTube, followers on Twitter. It really doesn't matter to me. I don't care if I go right all the way down to damn near zero. What you're going to get from me is the truth at all times. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. I voted both. I've talked about that in the past. I roasted Trump last year, and he gave some of the worst press conferences because he's an egotistical, egomaniacal narcissist, and everybody knows that, including guys like me who may have voted for the guy. But if you're wrong, you're fucking wrong. And I am deeply pissed off and disturbed about what the current administration is doing in terms of not only our current 6, 7, 8, why don't we just make it $10 trillion spending spree that we're on, but we're kowtowing to terrorists. People that have killed our own. Do you realize that? Oh, just let them through. Let them, if they show you a passport. No. We have people over here, we're going to get them. And if you motherfuckers get in the way, you won't see tomorrow morning. Do you understand what the fuck I'm talking about? That's what the Brits and the French are doing. I'm an alpha male, for lack of a better word. And when it's time to fight, it's time to fucking fight. And when you got to take out the trash or you got to get thousands of people home safely, you don't lean into some guy with a gun and say, well, could you please possibly kind of, and God knows what kind of bribes they're giving them, probably all sorts of cash. Remember the pallets of cash under the prior administration before Trump? We won't even get into that. I am just so deeply disgusted in where this country is going and the fact that our military can't do what they're trained to do. And that's take out the fucking trash if necessary. So one more time, God bless our troops. Shout out to the 10th Mountain Division. I hope that everybody that wants out, whether it's an interpreter, a young Afghan woman, or a child, gets out safely, because those barbarians are not to be trusted. So with that said, in 7 minutes, let's keep it under 10. You want to get the number one secret to get your money fast. I've had an overwhelming number of emails in the last 48 hours. Yeah, I just said what I said, and it's working like you wouldn't believe. All you have to do is enter your state name, Georgia District Office Directory - Small Business Administration. So you might be New York, a District Office Directory - Small Business Administration on Google. It could be Idaho District Office Directory - spell out the whole thing, just don't put SBA, Small Business Administration. Scroll down on page 1, you're going to get a PDF. California and New York, 6 or 7 pages. Georgia is 3. You're going to want to focus on the top of the file, the district managers and the directors of the SBA. Here's what's happening. You reach out to them, and the email addresses for 95% of the people at the SBA is first dot last name, paul.smith@sba.gov. So you'll see the name, the title, and the phone number. The email is firstname.lastname@sba.gov. You call up, you leave a voicemail. Many answer the phone right away. You send an email. Put in your subject line, targeted Eidl advance or 24 months of working capital. Hi, I am reaching out with respect to my targeted Eidl advance or my 24 months of working capital. As per instructions on the SBA's fact sheet, FAQ, frequently asked question, they now advise that we reach out to our local SBA representatives to get help with our reconsideration or whatever problem you're having. Can you please call me back at such and such number? Keep it short and sweet. What is happening 80% of the time is they call you back, and they're amazingly helpful. And they say, give me 24 or 48 hours to reach out to someone they know in reconsideration or in the Office of Capital Access, and they get someone to call or email you back. Folks, we have people in the last 48 hours, it would have been nice if you'd have just focused on the good news and not done your rant. Well, if you're thinking that right now, go fuck yourself and unfollow this channel. We have people from the Office of Capital Access that have reached out and got people connected that were waiting 3, 4, 5 months in reconsideration. In about 20% of the cases, they tell you to send their front and back PDFs. You know the drill. The check, driver's license, your hazard insurance, etc. And then they go ahead and forward it to someone they know in reconsideration or someone they know in the Office of Capital Access. So the number one secret that's working like crazy right now, if you've been having trouble with any of the products, be it a loan or a grant, is go to Google, type in your state, district office directory. So it's Georgia District Office Directory dash Small Business Administration spelled out. I'll put it pinned in the top comment. You'll get all the names, titles, and phone numbers. Follow the advice I just gave you. All right, in closing, what's the deal? And shout out to Builder and Speak and See, who did another very good video the other day. Friends of this channel, they're in the fight. The SBA, about a third of the time, in my estimation now, since it's gone over to the Office of Capital Access, they're going much faster. They're giving money away. By the way, they're also taking a stamped copy of the 4506T and asking you for 2 years of bank statements if the IRS hasn't gotten your taxes done. So one way or another, this new outfit is going to get you funded. 80% of you or thereabouts, in my opinion, by the 1st of October, you're going to get your money. You may have to jump through hoops. You may have to share your bank statements, but it's a hell of a lot better than them telling you, go fuck yourself. We don't have your 4506T. So go down to an IRS tax center, TAC center, get a stamped copy, send the loan officer 2 years. They're asking in most cases 2018 and 19, but if you just started your business, they're asking for 2019 and 2020. And no, don't worry, they're not going to scour down through and say, gee, I saw you were at the strip club the other night and you spent $400. They're just looking to see what your gross receipts or gross revenue is for 2019. They're not going to rake you over the coals. I've had people get funded in the last 72 hours that were waiting for 5 months in some cases, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, as Builder said to my prior point, this is about as real as it gets. You watch YouTube, you look for real content, you look for honest people that are going to tell you how they really fucking feel. Well, this is a perfect example of it, ladies and gentlemen. But the underwriters will take a look at your file now. And in most cases, without calling you, they'll jack up your loan amount. We had a guy that had a $190,000 offer. He wrote me 2 days ago. He said, Jason, now it says $260. They added another, what is that, $70,000. They didn't even call him. And then 3 days later, he got his loan docs, he signed. He's going to get funded within 7 to 10 days of approval. So in closing, in a very interesting video, I'm sure. And by the way, if you've ever wondered, I've never edited a single video, not once, not fucking ever. And I don't watch the video before I post it. So I may regret this. Actually, I won't, because you know what? I'm okay living in a van down by the river, eating ramen noodles, 10 for $1 right now at Walmart, because if you spike it with a can of tuna and a bag of frozen peas, it's an excellent $2.55 meal. In other words, I'm going to be me, you be you, and I'll suffer whatever fucking consequences I have to in this woke, cancel culture, milquetoast, snowflake society that we now live in. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want more loan money, ask them for it. And in many cases, they're going to give it to you without even calling you. Until next time, always remember, I love each and every single one of you. This ought to be interesting. And thanks so much for watching.